also the last one to arrive. Simon Brett is here. He was just finishing a new novel. Anyway, I am Jamie Byng. I'm the CEO of Canongate Books, and it is with real joy and with much pleasure that we are launching today Blackthorn. For those of you who don't know the full story, but I think most of the people in this room do, it was about 2 years ago that the conversations, a little over 2 years ago, the conversations began between myself and Edwin and other colleagues of mine at Canongate about the idea of Seven House being bought by Canongate, and Canongate buying Seven House, and immediately this slightly kind of strange marriage of Canongate and Seven House, it might seem to the outsider, was something which David Young, our chairman, was the first to say, this might not seem an obvious fit when you first think about Seven House and Canongate. But the more we looked at this amazing list of authors that Edwin and his team and Kate had built up over the years at Seven House, the clearer it became to us that actually there was a really interesting opportunity both for Seven House and Canongate by bringing the companies together, and by Canongate buying Seven House. And we've been kind of 18, 19 months now since the deal was done, and already the embracing of the Seven House staff and all the authors by everyone at Canongate has been a great thing to watch. And Kate Gibb, our CEO at Canongate, she and I are both on the board of Seven House, and we just loved what Seven House has brought already to Canongate. It's been a great kind of success already, as well as the book's doing really well. It just seems in other more holistic ways a really great combination of kind of cultures and businesses. Having all of the Seven House staff in our increasingly cramped West London offices has also been a lot of fun. And already Sam, who used to be Edwin's assistant, is now my assistant. Brilliant at Canongate, and Holly Domney, who was a key part of the Seven House team, is now helping run the Blackthorn list at Canongate. And it's just great that everyone else at Seven House is still at Seven House, and we've been adding to the team too, and some brilliant new people have joined the Seven House crew. And all of this is a prelude to something which we knew when we launched, or when we acquired Seven House, and Edwin was himself the first to say when trying to explain to us why we should pay even more money for Seven House. He said, we've never paperbacked any of these authors, which on the face of it is madness, because genre fiction is at its heart a paperback, you could say digital format as well, but the paperback format is historically the one that genre fiction has sold in, and tended to be published in, but certainly sold in volume. And Edwin, he wasn't oblivious to this. He just said, I don't think I've got the energy myself to start a kind of paperback list within Seven House. And anyway, so it was something we all kind of recognized was a great opportunity. And obviously these things take time to do, and it took some time to come up with a name, but when we hit set upon Blackthorn, I'm not going to tell you about some of the alternative names we had for Blackthorn, partly because I can't remember what they are, but someone else at Canongate might be able to throw a few of them into the air if they choose. It's open mic, you can say what you like. No, you can't, but anyway, you can if you do remember. I can't remember the other names of it, but I'm glad we picked on Blackthorn, because it seemed to us, we couldn't quite believe it hadn't been used as a crime imprint, because it just seemed a great name for a crime and thriller imprint. Blackthorn, it had the kind of spikiness you want in an imprint, it had the darkness, but it also had, it's connected with nature. Thorns and nature, exactly, and with roses and gin. So anyway, it's what is lovely about being here today is it really is combining Canongate and Seven House in the kind of the launch of this great new imprint. I want to thank in particular a few people. Kate Lyle Grant, who is the publisher. Everyone who's in this room, I think, has worked with Kate and knows what a brilliant editor she is, and what a great role she's played in shepherding so many of your books through Seven House, and in turn that has led to us being able to publish them at Blackthorn. Holly, who's played an absolutely key role as well in kind of just overseeing. So thank you so much. Simon Thorogood, our editorial director, who's been I think a great ally for Holly in so many respects in kind of helping these books be published in the Canongate system as opposed to the Seven House way, and that's something which there's been a lot to learn for Holly, and I think there's been a lot of there's a lot of love for her within Canongate and a lot of support that's been given to her, kind of really spearheading the way. But it's so many people within Canongate who, Rafi, our art director, who came up with the logo. I see Andrea here, our rights director, who's selling the Blackthorn and Seven House titles around the world with her team, Jess, who's also here. And it's also, I want to say a thank you to Jason Bartholomew and Midas and Sophie and all the people at Midas who've played a brilliant role in helping us get Blackthorn off to this auspicious start. As I think I put in some quotes today that I had to do for the book, so I referred to all the Blackthorn authors as deviants, and it's really nice to have so many deviants in one room. This deviant here was actually the first Seven House author I read, which was Cathy O'Connell, whose brilliant novel is one of the titles we're launching Blackthorn with, and we were just remarking one of the exciting things that happened with her Spanish publisher, who decided to American Airlines have just started a new route in between, I think, Madrid and maybe Miami. I can't remember where it was in the States. New York.
JFK.
And everyone who got on this plane found a copy of Cathy's brilliant book sitting on there. 330 copies of Last Night Out on their seat, and an opportunity to win a return pair of tickets to go across the Atlantic. So it's great to be not just publishing the books here, but also helping these brilliant writers and books find new audiences all around the world. So I really just want to raise, I'm sure I've forgotten something really important, but if I have, fuck it. And I want to just really celebrate everyone in this room who has contributed to Seven House and by extension now to Blackthorn. We're incredibly proud and honoured to be publishing you, and it's here's to all your books reaching the wide audiences they deserve.
Thank you.
That's good. I wasn't scripted, by the way.